we'll talk about energy, we'll talk about gratitude, all these qualities describe Krystal. Because it's not about what she does and her accolades, but the lives that we touch. And the lives that she touched through the businesses and through what she do and persons who she mentored through her programs is a legacy that she's created. And in that legacy, that energy, that light that she lets off and she touches persons' lives, that is how we know exactly that we are born for greatness. And that is exactly how I know that my mentor, Krystal, plans. She sets the goal, she manifests it, and she executes it. So we've lost her right now, so I'm going to wait and see if she actually can join back. But that is it. The powers, and it's all about legacy creation. And I want to talk a little bit about that, but I'm trying to see, I'm going to wait a little bit to see if she comes back on. But trust me, guys, the journey is real. The journey is real because in order for you to become successful in anything, failure have to become a best friend. You have to overcome it. And as she said, kill fear. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, I don't know what's going on. Let me try to accept her back again. All right. Okay, she's back. Yes. So,
I don't know what happened a while ago. My hand did something, like I was trying to pull down the comments because it was on the screen, and when I did this, it just exited me from the live. So I will not touch the screen again.
Okay. All right. So all of that, as I said before, that is the qualities that, and persons don't understand, it's not what you do, is the life that you touch. And you have touched many and helped others to touch others. It's like a ripple effect. And it's beautiful. And just like the light where you have, you created light, and that's Zia. And that's one of the most powerful thing that you can
Speaking of lights,
you know.
my tea light candles, right?
Uh-huh.
They don't
Light
belong
the
there. They
candles
should actually
already.
be in the fountain, but I had to take them out of my little water fountain because Zia did think that it's part of the toy for juk up the candle. So I'm just seeing them in the back like, what are those candles doing there? Sorry.
Okay, light attracts light. All right. So I'm going to talk a little bit of how our journey started, and this is a part of the setting phase. So we'll talk about the set, the manifest, and the execute. So the set part now, I want persons to understand how deliberate I was, and if I want something home, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I remember the time when I watched you, Krystal, and I said I listened and I watched you through school. Most persons don't know we attended U.W.I together. I think we're in one class. I'm gonna say, no man, I like her energy, and I'm gonna continue to watch her. I'm gonna watch it through when we finish school. I'm gonna say, all right then. I watch the Instagram page. I'm gonna say, all right then, here one now. I like the girl here, I like her vibes, and she kind of, my league in terms of what I want to accomplish. So she, I got train me. She'll be my mentor. So I, dress up nice, put on my little shoes. I'm a message and you say, okay, I only have 10 minutes. I need to come down and tell you I work at Digicel. And see me standing in the little park and they'll wait. I'm gonna say, all right then, this now discussion, now gonna give me no. And you came down so gracefully as usual. You spoke to me in a nice way and said, boy, I'd love to, but right now I can't take on that obligation. I said, Jesus Christ, in my head, this now go work. She go mentor me. And I said, you know what, don't worry. I'll just itch on a little bit. I'll just ask a question. She said, yeah, man, no, I'll do that. And as someone knows, I set my target. I'm a know, say I had to get you there to mentor me. And I put my little question here. I put my little question here, answer it. And I said, okay, then, so all the mentorship thing go again. And you say, you know what? All right, I'm gonna try. I'll do it, because once you commit to something, you're gonna follow through, and that's why it's so hard. And that's why a person should understand the relationship of mentorship, because it's like a relationship, a give and take. It can't be a take and take. It has to be a give and take in relationship, so to speak. And you started with me on that journey. So tell me, Krystal, waiting about that. Why were you so hesitant, and why persons will understand say mentorship and coaching and all them something you can literally and mentally prepare yourself to start that journey?
Well, I had never been a formal mentor for anybody. I'm sure people who I've met in different phases of my life will say that I have mentored them, but in that moment, I wasn't seeing it as mentorship. I was just seeing it as kindness. You ask me a question, I'll answer. You ask me to support something, I'll support it. You ask me my thoughts on something, to run some ideas by me, to tell you what I think. And I do that because the ideas that I have mentally are things that I can give. People think charity is only with money and clothes and shoes. but my time and my mental energy is also something that I'm charitable with. So I know people before you and I had a formal mentorship relationship, there would be people who say, yeah man, Krystal mentored me in this way. But when I think of mentorship, I'm thinking of something structured. What are we trying to achieve, and what is my role in helping you to achieve it? Because some people think the mentor is the person who is going to move you from where you are to where you need to be. No, the mentor simply provides an example, a strategy, a pattern, and you take from that what is relevant to you, what makes sense to you, what is appropriate for you in the time and the season that you're in, and you apply that and you do the work and you move yourself from where you are. So I also wanted to be clear on what it is you are trying to achieve, what you saw me giving to you as support and guidance and mentorship, or the example, the pattern, and then to be comfortable that I would have the time to commit to kind of unveiling and showing more of what I would have done to accomplish this, to get here, to understand that, to develop the skill. Did I have the time and the patience as well to share that with somebody in a very structured and consistent way? And at the time you mentioned that I was working at Digicel, I was at Digicel Foundation, I was the public relations manager. And that's a big role, you know. I was in charge of the brand Digicel Foundation, and I had a small team of persons that I was managing as well. And Digicel is a very high-paced, dynamic environment. That's what they call it, being dynamic.
Yeah.
And that's just a word for when we turn on the pressure, you better can reach the level we say to reach, right? So the pressure was kind of always on in that workspace, and it's not uncommon for corporate spaces. But if anybody has ever worked at Digicel, you know that when it buck, it buck. So I was also a little concerned and cautious about saying yes to it, and then when you call me, I can't answer. When you WhatsApp me, I can't respond. When you email me, you try to start meeting, I just don't have any time. And I was not clear that I could do that in this role, which was fairly new. I was still trying to, you know, get my Digicel legs and clarify how to function in this high functioning space. So that was the reason I was hesitant. The level of commitment I wanted to give to you, I had to be sure that I understood what you needed and that I could actually give it to you.
Yeah, and that's what I understand is like, for example, persons who are online who wants to be a coach or wants to go into the training business, they have to understand that's a relationship. It's not you just telling me what to do and me go ahead and do it. We have to come together like a little contract and say, okay, then this is what me responsible for do, and this is what you are responsible for. Here, what I can't help you if you don't help yourself. So that was excellent, and that was a push on my knee. But we soon talk about that push there, or you just push me out. I'm like, fly. Like you just push me out, but let me talk about that. But my takeaway from what you did is that one, consistency is the key. Can be there work, and we decided I'm coming to Digicel 3 different times. They did have to go mentor me, and two, the mere fact that once you want something and once you're hungry for it, you are going to show that to the person, not in your speech, not what you said, but through your energy and through your work ethics. And that is exactly what I took away from setting the goal, which is setting my goal to get you to mentor me and getting that goal done. So that's what I want to talk about. The whole aspect of setting something, anything at all you want to set, you have to just set it, put it out there, visualize it, and just get it done. So the other aspect now we're going to talk about is the execution. So the execution phase now is me developing a relationship with you, because I need to understand that as an individual, and you know, we're working in the same space. I needed to understand that we were entering into a relationship. Whereas if I don't feel like working today, something gonna happen. So therefore, it's either my personal life, my personal space, business, family, everything will affect our working relationship, because the two are working on the same goal. So I needed to be transparent. I need to be honest, so that you know where I'm coming from, so that whatever, if something is happening to me, you are able to coach and mentor me on that line. So I had to literally develop a relationship with you. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And then again, just going back to that time in my life, I had just become, I think, overexposed is my word for it. So my relationship with Zia's father was fairly new to the public, and then there was a lot of interest that anything I was doing and anybody I was doing it with kind of became collateral damage. So all of my friends, if I tag them in a photo, the followers list will go whoops, fly up. All of a sudden, some weird pages start to follow them, and they're like, "Who are these people? Why is this gossip page following me? Why is this news page following me? What's this magazine page following me for?" So I was also cautious about what implications an actual friendship, what implications it would have on you, one. So from us, going out in public, I know we used to have our monthly meetings of thy tea tree preparate.
Yes.
So, would that create any kind of risk for you? People seeing you with me and then just wanting to dig up into your life as well, and make things awkward or unnecessarily intrusive for you, one. And then two, because I hadn't known you at UWI, while you knew me before all the excitement, I was just meeting you, and so I too was a little cautious because it's a relationship that's being built. So I was also, it took me a while to be sure. I shouldn't say a while, but it took time for me to be sure that the relationship that you wanted with me was just for me and not for anything else on the periphery. So one of the things I noticed very quickly is you weren't asking me for things like tickets to go to a show, right? Or can I come over to your house and meet your family? Or like I post a video say I went to the beach or something. You couldn't invite me for camera go to the beach with your family. You weren't saying those things, and I was like, oh, thank God, like she's not trying to get into the limelight and the knowing of the big names and faces. So that also was a concern for me, and since that time, it has remained a concern for me with any new relationship. And even old relationships where I've known people for a long time, but suddenly they're really interested in being my friend. What would have driven that? So a relationship was important for us to build, and therefore trust and an understanding from both of our ends, that I could trust you with personal details and information on my life, and you could trust me with personal details and information with your life. And it did not just stop at professional mentorship. We were having conversations beyond career. We were talking about relationships. We were talking about buying house and buying car and family and all of those things. So any challenges that we would have had with relatives or with close friends, and just kind of working through that and the impact of those things, we were actually having deep conversations. So again, it's a lesson to people who are looking for mentors, and it's one of the things that you want some more? Yes. All right, I'll get some more for you. Give me a few minutes, okay? And remember your social graces, you have to say please. Did you hear me? You have to say please. She said cheese. She knows she has to say it, but she said cheese. Right. So it's a point I would make to anybody who's looking for mentors. Lovey Ajayi Jones, she authored the book how to be a troublemaker, something like that. I forget the full title. Troublemaker is it? Professional troublemaker. That's the name of it. Professional troublemaker. To be a professional troublemaker. But it's one of the things she shared on her Instagram page recently, that when you think of mentors, you don't have to think about the big brand name person, like, oh, I wish Michelle Obama was my mentor. I wish Oprah was my mentor. I wish, some celebrity was my mentor. Because what you're looking for is a relationship with somebody who you can trust and somebody who has the time to care about you, right? So not because the person is popular, not because you see them with a lot of power, not because you see them with a lot of success, means that they are interested in you and your thing and your small issues that are big to you but might look small to them. So you have to have the discernment and the wisdom to know what is the quality of mentorship that I'm likely to get from this person. Would they care enough to really think about the issues that I have when I send them a message and tell them a problem? Will they just give me some kind of random response, or do they care enough? Is this the kind of person who is likely to care? So, one second, she's now saying, please. Give me a second, guys.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of run through that. So when she comes back on, I'm just going to run through the whole aspect of how she shook me out. Like literally, I was this type of person where I feel as if, because I have a mentor, she was going to kind of hold me by the hand and kind of walk with me. Because I know the energy and the gravity I have, I knew what I wanted, but I needed that mentor. And for me, mentorship was like you sitting down telling me, okay, Colleen, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to say, voila, it worked. That's not how it goes. So I want to go into the story when she come back, of how she pushed me out and how Cosetta washed me, or my feel so insecure. It's like, oh, I'm not calling you can't put yourself on big stage. You have to do it, and you can't flop her too. So she pushed me, and in doing that, I surpassed my uncomfortableness, and something was birthed inside of me. Something that I literally could touch and trigger each time I was in front of a crowd. I was telling them how you push me out. So when you come up, I might tell them the story. So
Wait, but I wanted to just wrap the thought I was sharing around selecting a mentor that is inside. They don't have to be somebody that is in your circle, you know. But look in your circle first before you start to look beyond. It could be somebody who is in the church with you. It could be somebody in the workspace with you. It could be somebody who is a friend of the family. But look in your immediate space first to see who cares enough about me, my ambitions, my goals, my desires. And has the lessons and the experience that I could learn from. And a mentor doesn't have to have experience in all the things that you need mentorship in. Maybe you have a financial mentor. Maybe another person is going to be a relationship goals mentor. Another person will be a spiritual mentor. Another one is a professional career mentor. But take time to see who is close to you, who can offer you that kind of pattern, guidance, patient teaching, and support you on your own journey as you unfold and figure out who you want to be.
But it's very important that you touch on that, you know, because mentorship is very ticklish, because what persons don't understand, persons can have your best interest at heart, and they say, okay, then you do a business, all right, then I think you should do it that way. Then I know they never want a business before, they don't know what it takes now, because you want me a best friend, and I know you want the best for me, so I come and say, waiting, and I said, no, you should do that. And literally, it's like you talk yourself out of going after something. So mentorship is like you literally selecting somebody and them have what you want, and literally you're living the life that you want. So if I want a financial coach, you should be able to say, okay, then I made $1 million, and this is what I can show you to make $1 million too. So you're duplicating yourself. You understand me? So everybody will pick literally, just like if you go to a doctor, they're literally authorized to give you stuff if you're sick, and lawyer because of legal fees. A mentorship has to be peculiarly, specifically picked to deal with every issues that you have. So that is so interesting that you had said that, so I wanted to add that to it. So going forward, I was starting to tell them exactly how you push me out. No, the importance of a mentor is not like how we think about it, or go over and I say, so Krystal, waiting about it. She say, okay, then do this and do that, and guess what, you'll make some money here, this is gonna happen. It's like, no, you literally guide me. I have to carry whatever I needed to be done on the paper. You ship it around, and guide me as to what I need to do. And I had to come up with the strategies, and then you say, okay, that can work. So, all right, then we're done ready. So, execute it. You don't know, you have to go do it yourself. So, I remember I don't remember if you remember, I think you and we went down to an event, and that time you wanted me to speak. I was in Montego Bay. And poor me never taught before.
I remember it was at NAS Child Center, NAS Children's Center in Rose Hall. And the team at NAS I had met while I was at Digital Foundation, because they are a center of excellence. They deliver special needs support. And we had a visioning session. The team leader there asked us to come in. Well, no, she told us we could use her space to have a training session in Mobay, because at the time I had done something in Kingston, but there were people in Mobay who wanted to have something, and I was able to use the NAS compound to do it. And you were there as a speaker, and I remember that presentation. I don't know why I think I want to use an elastic band to share a perspective on being flexible, resilient, stretching beyond, but tell the story. But I do remember it.
Yes, and I tell you, you know, I say, all right, then I can just assist her and kind of go there. So there's like, no, you have to go, you have to speak. And I say, all right, then I can't, I have to make sure I'm come powerful, because Krystal, I go mash up the place, I'm going to introduce a powerful man, powerful. I'm say, all right, then I can do this. I'm going to visualize, oh my God, do it. And I tell you, I kid you not, Krystal, I stand up. I say, all right, and in my mind, I was going really slow, my mom was going really fast. I was like, how can I do this? But at that point in time, you pushing me out there, it ignited something deep within me that I didn't know that I have. So once I was able to ignite that, I start talking, I start going, I say, yeah, Krystal, take out the button. I come and you zoom. I'm gonna say, okay then, wow. And from my phone that light, I was able to tap into it. It's like I strike something, but couldn't stop burn. It kind of dimmed down a little bit, but it couldn't stop burn because I was able to do that because you push me out. I said, all right then, you see if you not fly, you got dead. I just fly, thank God for we fly together. And that was it. So that was so crazy. So what do you think about the whole aspect? I know you never remember that, but tell me what in mentorship, how is important it is for you to give your mentee space and don't sorry for them because sometimes they want to help them, but push them out and say, all right then, you're gonna learn. How important is that to you?
So I didn't remember the circumstances that caused you to present. But what I do remember is the presentation. And I kid you not, Colleen, every time I see an elastic band, I remember the presentation you gave around how we can stretch without bursting. Like we really do have capacity beyond what we think we have. And the elastic band analogy was very, very powerful. And I remember thinking to myself, if I one thing them I go remember when they left the session, is say them flexible, them can stretch. Them can stretch. So stretch yourself beyond what is your comfort zone. And it I did not know in the moment that you were conscious of it and really trying to make sure that it was like a slamming presentation because it flowed so well. It was easy, it seemed so natural, and it was definitely memorable. So I remember it. It's not something that I will forget. But unfortunately, no, I don't remember that I was the one who said, okay, I forgot to do it. I didn't remember that part, but I'm very happy about how it turned out.
I mean, you never say I have to do it, but you gave me
platform.
the opportunity. And as a mentor, once you're given the opportunity to represent you, in my head, I cannot fail. And failure was not an option. So it's either I'm a fly and drop, and you say, okay, then I like what you do, but at least you try. I'm a fly, I'm a soar. I'm gonna decide I'm gonna chuck off a sword. You understand? Because I mean, you're an extension. I'm an extension of you. So I have to make sure that I represent for myself personally and to show you that all of the work where you put in, I'm gonna go study, I'm gonna do my homework, I'm gonna execute it. And that's so important when it comes down to it. Do your homework.
That principle now is what you call praxis in theoretical discussion. So it's understanding what to do and then actually doing it, putting the theory into practice, making sure that you're applying all the things that we discussed. You're wanting to be a coach and a trainer, wanting to improve public speaking skills and deliver in front of audiences and be memorable when you spoke and not be long-winded and get to the point and make an impact. So understanding that that's what you wanted to do, this was a perfect place to test that and to put that into practice. So mentors, and that's why I say picking somebody just because you see them enough or you think that they know how to be successful is not the only ingredient in selecting a mentor, because the person has to care and the person has to be actively looking for opportunities to plug you in. If they're not looking for ways to plug you in, you can't grow. So it's not a conference that we're going to come at and we just chat, and then I see you at another time to chat and sip some wine and chat some more. It's about getting you plugged in. So another component of mentorship is your mentor's willingness to give you access to the spaces that they occupy, to give you access to the opportunities that come their way that could be beneficial to you. Sharing, the same give and take concept. The sharing is not just the idea and the experience, but actual opportunities for you to test out whatever ideas you have and to develop and build the skill that you say you want to build. So that's why trust is also important, because the mentee has to trust the mentor enough to talk honestly, authentically about what I really want to do, where I feel inadequate, where I feel uncertain, what I would love to accomplish, my deepest desire, even if it sounds a little funny. And the mentor also has to trust the mentee to put them in front of their networks and the people who they have inside their space and have access to. But trust your mentee will go in there and do a good job, and they're not going to shame you and they're not going to embarrass you. So trust is very, very important. It comes back down to trust. The mentee trusting the mentor to push them off the ledge, right? And the mentor trusting the mentee to spread the wings and to soar.
Yeah.
access to opportunity and taking action when you have that opportunity in a responsible way.
That is so true, that what you just said a while ago, because I'm going to tell you about a story of what you did to me. I remember when you had a speech, a talking engagement at Sagicor, and you came and said, Colleen, and it's so important that you shadow your mentor. And as you said before, give you access, because at that time I didn't know anybody. And he said, Colleen, I'm going to present at Sagicor. And I thought, and a group of ladies are going to be there, powerful ladies, top earning ladies. I'm going to go there, I'm going to present. And at that time I was sitting and I said, all right then, I make sure I sit on the front. I make sure I'm always present, and I'm always taking notes, as well as always a student to everybody. And I remember at the end of the function when you were there and they were taking pictures, persons came up to me because the power of association, because they felt like, okay, then she pardon me, no man, that means that she's a powerful woman. She must have something to give, because, I'm associated with Krystal. I was like, okay, then here's my thing. And I started talking about business. I remember when I held your bag and I was waiting for you and they were taking pictures, and you said to me, Colleen, put that down there, come and join me and take pictures with these presenters. And you literally took that picture with me with all the presenters on stage. And that for me, it was just pure manifestation. It was me being put there and you actually allowing me to feel how it feels without actually being in the position that this is how you are going to feel when you make it.
Yes.
So you give me the opportunity, I'm going to represent. Did you remember that one?
I don't remember. I really don't remember. But
When you had the polka dot dress and you're presenting on stage for Sagicor.
Tell me the color dress again.
A red polka dot dress, and you were presenting on for Sagicor with the ladies, and I was there. You had the locks and you had the kind of catch up, yeah man. And I think you were speaking. So I don't know how you don't remember that, because I was there for that one. But to show yourself, remember. And I think I had a picture. I don't know if I put picture up on this. I hope you put picture up on this up here, because I had a picture to show you.
There should be a little square at the top right for you. You see
Square. It's even no office a square.
Or maybe it's not there when you have a
okay, probably when. Yeah. But yes, I was there at the time.
But
and that was so powerful for me.
I remember one of the things too, which again is to your credit as a mentee, understanding what you wanted out of the relationship. Sometimes mentees believe that they cede power to the mentor. So the mentor must tell you what to do. The mentor must tell you what to want. The mentor must tell you what to ask. So the mentor becomes a sort of spiritual guide who is all-knowing and will tell you everything that you need, because the mentor becomes your guru. And I don't subscribe to that. Like, a mentee has to know what the heck you want, right?
Yeah.
And prompt your mentor when you are not getting it, or when you see an opportunity coming and you know that that's one of the opportunities to open your mouth and say something. And one thing I know Colleen always does is to say, Krystal, remember, if you have any event along these lines, you can invite me with notice. All if it's short notice, I will make myself available. So it was in my head that Colleen would appreciate accompanying me to an event, because by myself I would have said, she have better things to do than to come sit down in our room over there. But the fact that she said it to me at least once, I was aware of it, and so I was again looking for the opportunity and the right invitation to bring you into the room. Since you knew what you wanted, you were able to communicate that to me, and I was able to deliver that for you as part of the mentorship relationship. So it's literally 50-50. When I talk about a mentorship relationship being a two-way street, both mentee and mentor are learning from each other. And it's something that the conference that we went to, the Success Live conference that we had gone in 2017, I think.
2017.
In California.
2017.
So I had never been to a conference like that. And when you said to me, that's something that you actually practice doing, like looking around the world and seeing what's going on and attending a conference. And you shared that with me, and I said, well, this might be the opportunity, because I subscribed to Success Magazine and all of that. And when it became advertised, when it started advertising, I said, well, maybe this is it. This is the budget. This is the time. I have a window in terms of my calendar. Do you have a window? And we set up that trip and we traveled. And it was at that conference. Remember, me wouldn't go by myself, So this is an activity that you naturally did, and you said something to me as your mentor. And I said, well, hold on. this sounds like something that I could learn from too. And so my willingness to also be mentored by my mentee allowed me to learn, right? Because again, and this is now talking to mentors, not because somebody asks you to be their mentor means that them can't teach you nothing. And if you don't come into the relationship with a willingness to learn, you can't teach anybody. Because if I'm not learning more about you and learning from you, I can't see in real time how to give you support. Because I'm coming with my head full of the things them where you need, and I just never give you, and I'm not paying attention to learn something from you about who you are, what you desire. Went to that conference. The call to action after one of the presenters spoke was that if in 6 months you are the same place that you are at after coming to this conference, you have wasted your time. And me and Colin sit down and we look at each other and we say, yeah, no, now waste no time. I would have get the plane ticket free. Now waste no time. I would have to pay for accommodation, pay for transportation, pay for food, but now waste no time. And we sat down and we wrote out some goals. And one of my goals was to publish a book.
Girl, hello, enough of hello, miss.
Right. So, and if anybody has purchased a copy of Kill Fear, you will see in the acknowledgements, I actually mentioned Colleen in the acknowledgements. It says, the idea to publish a book took root following my participation in the Success Live conference in late 2017 with my mentee, Colleen Chambers. Since then, and with her encouragement, because the minute me now say, I'm going to write a book, she became my accountability partner. With her encouragement, I've gotten to the end of a beautifully empowering process of writing my truth. So she's actually acknowledged in my acknowledgement. Now, if me come in at the relationship and I say, me come to teach her all things, me know everything. But all would I learn? Would I end up at the conference? Would I say all the best colleagues when they come back, tell me what they learned?
That's so true. And it's so interesting, Krystal. It's when you call me and tell me about the conference, Amy, man, God, I'm going to find the US dollar, I'm going to find because everything budget. I'm going to say, all right, then how much things me have to go sell, me have to go do, because I'm happy reach at the conference. And it was so powerful, whereas us learning the international style of how to do our business, because we don't want to take it just because it's Jamaica, we want to do it globally. And that is what I was going to touch on now. We went there, and it's so funny. We went there to learn, and we learned so much. But guess what? The learning never took place there so yet, because what did happen? Them did lock down the airport. We get stuck.
Yeah, there was a hurricane. Which hurricane?
Yes.
There's a hurricane that closed down the Florida airport, and all the flights had to travel from California. We had to go back through Florida to get to Jamaica. Proper stuck.
Yeah, so I had to go and I find one Airbnb for 2 days. I was saying, all right then. And I think within that time.
Colleen, hold on. I have to tell you about the Airbnb because it stressed me out. Maybe I have to open one new Airbnb account. Now, this is the first time I use Airbnb, I book this something and we tell the man, say, based on the time we did leave out, we never get to take out the garbage because there was no place to put it. So it's either we leave it at the door, but we couldn't find wherever that main skip was. And my message, man, I'm going to tell him, say, we can't, we're running out of time. The taxi is actually here, and we've been trying to find where the garbage is to put it in there. We can't find it. But we've washed up the dishes, blah, 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 thrown all the food out that we had in the garbage bags. As soon as the maid comes in, just let them know that the garbage is there to be taken out. Really sorry that we couldn't take. So the man write one review on Airbnb or we left the garbage in the house. The man replied to the message and I said, okay, no problem, And then write up a review, say, we left in place untidy, we come in the garden, this big bag of garbage. I actually had to open a new Airbnb account with a new email address. I can't believe the man tarnished my reputation. For people come down and make me see them.
They don't know, Jamaican woman were clean, we're not where
very clean. If we ever find the Scotch Brite and the Ajax, scrub down the bathroom before we leave. You understand? And anyways, you said Airbnb and I remembered how livid I was when he wrote that review.
But I mean, just to stare back, when we reached the Airbnb, it was so funny that at that time, before we left the Success Conference or went to the second Airbnb, before we leave the first Airbnb, what I wanted to state is that when we sat down and we started writing goals, so we create the category. We're talking about family, we're talking about business, we're talking about personal development. I would sit down, I would say, all right, we have 2 days here, what we're gonna do. And it's so funny that that is how you came up with the idea and birthed the idea of writing the book Kill Fear. And I was like, Krystal, you need to do this. And then after they said, okay, then this is what I want to accomplish for my family goals, and this is what I want to accomplish. So we sat there and we literally write down exactly. And it's so honest in terms of doing the Success Live interview. Everything came into play with you, just literally becoming very much global. And I blow up the camera. I tell you, oh, we got the success event. Krystal just literally listen. We talk about local Caribbean woman. We step in with good things, so they just up there, and we want to present us because you went and you took off when it comes down to that interview, and that had to open up doors for you.
I should go back and find that, we had, because
Yes.
they had like a red carpet where they were asking people if they wanted to be interviewed, and I remember seeing Shelley and the other guy's name slipped, because I would listen to the Success Live podcast. So I knew their names and their different personalities, Josh and Shelby. And they asked us for feedback. I gave the feedback. They ended up publishing the feedback, I think, on their website, and it also came out via email. And then last year, I was nominated. I made the list of nominees for Success Magazine's 125. And I'm saying, so much of my journey started from attending that conference, and for that magazine to now recognize my work. I actually got an email indicating that I was shortlisted for the 125. Wow. So they're looking now more deeply at my profile. So I've moved past nomination to the shortlist. And so fingers crossed that I actually get to that list of 125.
Yes.
But just symbolically, where I started, and then for that to now be recognized by the same magazine, is just a big point of affirmation for me as well. And I have to be honest, when I was in that conference and I was sitting in the audience, I said, one day I'm going to dip on that stage, because they're not ready yet for one Caribbean woman come talk up the things they
Exactly.
But they're so ready. So when they're ready, I'm also going to be prepared. So I'm just looking at chips falling in place and, things happening naturally, forgetting that declaration I made in the seat, while I was sitting there, and I'm saying, no, I work on my thing. I work on my thing, right? So this thing go, I work on my thing. I professionalize what I'm doing. And then just slowly, it's just arriving to that point. So manifestation, as you said, setting an intention, and then working diligently. So even if you forget what you declare, if it is something that is truly your desire, the discipline will follow. Because I didn't remember I said that. I didn't remember I said that I would be on that stage until now we're kind of reviewing where our discipline has brought us. And it's clear that I was a genuine desire, a genuine declaration in my spirit that I would earn my place on this stage with the likes of Mel Robbins and Tony Robbins. I mean, just all the greats. Les Brown, Shalene Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brian Bachard. You remember you went
Brendan Bachard? Yes, I remember. I still have that success photo with Brendan. And I mean, again, declaring something with genuine intention and true belief that it is possible. All if you forget to say it spiritually, it is still there, and your subconscious will continue to pursue. So you have to be careful with things that way I say. If it's still in the audience, I said to myself, never gonna make it on the message, boy. I tell you, this little girl from Jamaica, it's not possible. That would have been in my spirit. That this is impossible for me. I will not even try. So be careful the things that you are declaring and the things that you are desiring. You have to talk big over yourself. And if you don't believe it fully, go and talk it until you believe it. So the subconscious can pursue those things in the spiritual realm, and eventually, physically on this plane, we begin to do the work to get there.
Yeah, because that was a chain. Because remember, you said, Colleen, we will talk. Then I asked you to talk. I said, me not talking. I barely want to talk. I'm going to take off. I said, listen, I am going to talk. It is spoke. Right? And it's like, true, you talking, meetings and me to get where before I could have actually come here, you're going to do what you learned from Success Live. Remember that? So I'm going to say, Krystal, I start about 3 million times. I said 3 times. I said, Colleen, anyhow it starts up again. Whatever you say, it's going to be posted. Perfection is not what we're going to do is right now. The mere fact that you start and you're going to finish.
Because we were inside, was it the hotel room?
Yes!
We're in the hotel room and we're doing our recap. And I think I still have one of them on YouTube, you know, a recap video of what we have learned, and we're going to put on YouTube, we're going to put online, we're going to, you know. I remember. And Colin was like, okay, no, I didn't get that right. Let's start over.
Yeah, I said, that starts over again. Yeah, because say it. And I think that was a turning point for me, because then I realized that I didn't have to be perfect for persons supposed to get me and to listen to me. All I had to do was to share who I am, and if they gravitate towards me, they're going to do it, because perfection is not, persons not looking for persons perfect. They're looking for persons who are relatable. And on that point, when you said that to me, and once I shared myself and persons could relate to me, I became very much comfortable, little by little, until here I am right now. So that was so important. So meetings and meeting gateway from the success interview, draw me back and send it to me, and not leaving here before you talk. And that's where accountability is. It's like literally remember what the fear is, and you literally take time, push me, so I could actually start the process in actually overcoming that fear. So that was very good as well. So what I look on that in terms of that is a whole manifest and how you manifest it. You just talking and things say, okay, then leave success lab, then put up on a little video, we do a little thing for them, that is it. And how literally triggered to you being nominated, to you being shortlisted, and literally how it triggered to us, you know, literally doing so much powerful things together. We'll get back to Jamaica, because up until now, the momentum not stop, Krystal. You kept on going from politics to book. And you know what I wanted to share with you as well, of course, my offer did have the planner. You remember, Caroline? You did thought about writing a planner. You did just love your planner. What I mean, for Krystal, what happened? So what is this?
Yes.
This is a planner.
So I always knew I wanted to create a planner, right? But when I went to the same conference, I met somebody, Caroline Purcell, started to follow her. She gifted me a copy of her planner. 2-3 years after that, I was still buying Caroline's planner. Love our planner to this day. Please follow her, Caroline, Karlyn, Purcell, Percil, or you can follow her at the Success System _ on Instagram as well. So when I started using her planner, I said to myself, boy, this is the planner of all planners. Never make sense to me create no more planner, because the planner you want me to have in my head. So I fell in love with hers, and I just kind of fell out of love with the idea that I could also create one. And again, because it was a genuine intention I had, because I had a real desire to create something, after going through a very difficult 2020 and then recommitting to certain disciplines in 2021, I realized that I still had my unique Krystal planner inside of me, and it is birthed through the practices that I have daily to recover from things that are meant to break me, and to find my resilience, to develop confidence and awareness of my power, and not play that blame game and delegate responsibility to other people to make me happy, and therefore other people's fault when I am not happy. I have my power. To be conscious and purposeful about what I'm committing my time, my focus, and my energy to envelop myself in self-love and self-discipline and self-respect. And I said, you know, girl, you still have a plan in you. Go back in the email, go find the first draft where you didn't make. See what in there you'd still want to test out. Test it for the year. And I tested it again inside my Harvest Hub for 2021, deploying different things that I had developed. And I said, all right, it's working, and we're going to put it together as a planner. So until he even said that a while ago, me never remember saying me did say me I going to do it until me book up on the next planner. And I said, no man, this is so nice. I'm not going to bother because this nice and I will leave it up in mind. But again, you know, that spiritual declaration and the truth inside of me is always looking for a way to come out and become a belief that me have it in me. It found its way out 5 years later.
And everything started from the whole manifestation and the events, one conference, and that investment that you invested in yourself. And that's why I always tell persons, when you say, okay, you want a coach, you want to, you know, do different courses, you want to be a part of a team, as what you're doing right now, and do PowerPoint sessions with me as well. You have to be willing to invest in yourself, because if you don't invest in yourself, who are going to invest into you? And people not going to invest into you unless they see you are investing in yourself. So it's like literally what we did. We invested our money in ourselves, and we're still like reaping the fruits of our labor. You understand me? And that's why it's so important for me, as you have created the Success Farm, because all the principles, we lived it, and after you live it, you create something and then give to the people then. And that's important. That's how you should do things. Test it, and if it works for you, you share it. So that was so important for me to look at. So it's my job as a Benty, because I know my mentor really and truly now go kind of blow her on and on and something. I remember all of these things, but because all of this, because I watch her, and you have to watch your mentor emulate certain things and do takeaways, I was able to literally jot down and literally remember all of these points of highs for you, as well as say, okay, then this is what is happening, because you don't even remember. And sometimes you need to remind your mentor, because listen to me, sometimes we're human beings, we go up and we go down. But once you can be able to give and take that relationship, listen to me, remember, say this happened to you, remember, say this work for you, look at what you accomplished. Because I want you to tell me, before me tell everybody, after you leaving that event and we started planning, what have you accomplished right now? Like all the accolades that you have literally accomplished right now after leaving. 4 years to go. 4 years now, tell me.
Okay, I cannot remember all of them, but certainly starting the Success Farm Life Academy, and again professionalizing the coaching work that I was doing, and expanding that as well. So not just self-management coaching, but also public speaking coaching through my own online course, Speak with Courage, publishing two works of art, Kill Fair, which is a sort of mini biography, and the Success Farmer's Guide, which is a planner for, under the Success Farm banner. Motherhood.
Delight.
I mean, there's so much. I can't believe I really cannot remember. Entering into the political space as well, just kind of daring myself to do something that I really believed in, but that was also high risk, high stakes, and would actually cost me something. A lot.
And Zia too. And Zia too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Zia, that plan.
motherhood.
Yeah, motherhood, you literally prepared yourself. And in the process of preparing yourself, you became what you needed to become in order for Zia to become that light. So you are the light already. Now you're a light, but you birthed something even much more brighter, which is Zia. And that came from your preparedness. So that was just excellent. Everything where you highlight, I just let go lick it, but you lick it and take it off. So that was so good. And for me, to show you how I'm going to literally, because you have to get your roses while you're alive. And I just want to say all of these things came from me entering into a mentorship with you, as well as us leaving that event. I literally finished. I'm now at my 2 books, guys. She's Evolutionary and Your Success is 3 Questions Away. So literally, I went from holding Krystal accountable from 1 book to she having 2. So guess what now? We'll come together, and that's 4 books coming, 4 years to go.
4 books in 4 years. Big up
4 books later. 4 years, 4 books later. And that's an excellent accomplishment. Then after that now, I literally went ahead and I manifested my business, GDI Transformational Enterprise, where I created 9 workbooks that literally help persons to basically incorporate entities, how to train them in self-development and merge self-development with team building and customer service, creating 9 workbooks for that. Then I went ahead and I said, you know what, Krystal? We didn't need to do the masters. I completed the masters as well. And I literally wanted to go into and serve people. I am now Justice of the Peace for Kingston and St. Andrew. And then I come again, I'm going to say, all right, then what can I do again? And otherwise from that, developing my businesses, 3 prior business to that. We're talking about, guys, 3 businesses, 9 courses, 2 books, right? And this is coming from the mentorship of Krystal. 2 books, training persons to become better version of themselves. And that is coming from mentorship and trusting the person that is mentoring you and literally investing in myself. All of that came from that event, and 4 years to go. So both of us as individuals, we have grown, we have accomplished so more and more come. And that's the importance of momentum. So tell me, Krystal, as we wind down, how important it is to actually catch the momentum and build on it, because right now from that event, 4 years later, we're still a build, and more to come, more to come.
I mean, I am so proud of you, Colleen. I remember we had a link up sometime last year, and I pulled up that Airtable where we had some goals that we were working on. And I remember going through it and I saying, yo, we do the things that we know. Like, we actually do it. You see them somewhere over there say, boy, oh, I know when they look hard, but we're going to try. And we have done them. But I'm very, very proud of you for your level of awareness, seeing what it is you wanted from very early, and just being clear how to pull the assets, the helping hands, the good energies in to keep you focused, to keep you consistent, and to help you build the momentum. Because there are many people who do not know that. They don't know what they want. They don't know what the first step is to begin pursuing it or to begin figuring it out. And they don't have the awareness or sometimes even the humility to recognize who they need help from and how to pursue and ask for that help. And then after them get the help now, to actually make good use of it, the momentum that you're talking about, getting access to it, and then just not dropping the ball. So kudos to you. I think you are your own case study in how to manifest, desire, imagine, vision what you want, and then commit yourself to the steps to getting there. No excuses, not allowing an initial no from even me to diminish your confidence and your zeal and your belief that this is something that is good for you and you're going to pursue it as best you can. And just delivering on it, delivering on the promises that you have on your heart. I am supremely proud of you, and I think anybody here who learns from you how to approach your goals and how to look at things that could seem like barriers, if they can learn from you that confidence in self and that clarity of purpose, it will take them leads ahead of anything that they consider to be competition, and out of whatever they feel like is a struggle and I can't do it. If they take those two things from you, the confidence and the clarity, they would perform so amazingly well throughout their lives.
And that's good. And I want you to just like shed a little bit of light that we as females in the same spheres, we feel like because we're doing the same thing, it has to be a competition. Because me and Krystal is doing something similar in terms of services and how we work together and learn from each other and do our business separately. How is it important for us as females to know that we're not competition? We're actually, when we come together, we are a powerhouse and we can help each other to grow. Because I feel like a lot of persons in business, women in business, are actually feeling that crunch right now.
Well, this is probably the last question I'm going to be able to answer.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Again, it has to be humility on either of our parts, just understanding that we can learn from each other, and even if we're going in the same direction, we can go there together. You know, there is a niche for you and there's a niche for me. People who want to do business with you are going to do business with you, and people who want to do business with me are going to do business with me. There's nothing that either of us can do to interrupt the flow of energy that is heading to the other person. I can do more to increase my vibration, but if I'm increasing my vibration, it is not taking away from yours, because my vibe is my vibe. And my work is my work, and what I will produce is what I will produce. What you will do is what you will do.
Hey, Mommy, I think it's zombie.
You want to be the zombie? This is not Snapchat. Don't have the zombie filter, okay? I want big scary filter, Tina. You want to when you go on Snapchat, go look for the zombie filter. It's so scary.
Yeah,
I understand how she look Friday when she uses it. You want to say hello?
Hi, dear.
You see a face full of powder?
Mommy.
Yes, ma'am? Somebody said hi, you didn't say hello.
Oh, your face.
But yes, that's my face.
No, your face.
But just to wrap up with you, Krystal, in a nutshell, I just wanted to literally show persons that whatever you teach or whatever I teach is literally, we can have experiences and stories to back it up. We have that. And just a journey of set, manifest, and execute is what I want to teach everybody here today as we wrap up. So Krystal, leave something with the people that make them know exactly, what you're about your planner as well, and about the success farm, and what go and just kind of leave them with something, because as we say, we can't just teach, show up our feedback. So leave them with something that you want to share with them right now before we wrap it up.
skateboarding.
Okay, there's no skateboarding. You're seeing a filter that looks like snow. It's not a skateboard. Okay? Here's what I need you to do for me. Can you give me some help? I need some help. Can you help me? Can you bring your scooter for me, please?
No. I want to be skateboarding.
Okay, bring your scooter and we can skateboard together. Bring your scooter. So guys, I mean I have like 15 seconds to talk, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can purchase my planner on my website, thesuccessfarm.com. We have about 4 copies left. So click the link and the link in my bio to purchase, or just go straight to thesuccessfarm.com. It's the planner you'll actually use because it invites you into an ecosystem for success. You are coached in how to use the planner. You get 50% off our Harvest Hub group coaching program for your first month. You get access to our book club. You get access to our quarterly 21-day challenges. And of course, we'll send you pep-up notices, like good gas messages right throughout. As somebody who owns our planner, there's always support inside our hub for you. Our Harvest Hub is also open for registration. That's a group coaching program. We have monthly check-ins. We have fortnightly breakthrough sessions where you can ask specific questions around the challenges you're facing and get precise responses for you. In February, we're focusing on self-love. Can you say self-love?
No.
Say self-love.
I be the bathroom.
You want to be the what?
Waterproof.
The pool? Okay, I'll show you soon. Okay, put back your scooter and then let's play.
All right, so we're wrap up right this song.
Right, so we have monthly check-in sessions, fortnightly breakthrough sessions, quarterly 21-day challenges, a book club. This month we're focused on self-love. We have clinical psychologist and coach Dr. Kamala McQueenie coming in for our very first masterclass on the success farm. So if you register now, we close registration on the 25th of February. If you register now, you'll actually be able to join us for her masterclass on the 27th. It's $47 and it's a subscription model, so you get billed each month to be inside our hub. You can register for 3 months and get a discount if you register for 3 months up front. So yeah, click the link in my bio. If there's anything I didn't say, click the link in my bio.
Excellent. Okay.
Say hey guys, thanks for watching my
exactly
video.
So that's exactly what I want you guys to hear, as well as for me. Basically, if you just want to literally do 4 planning sessions with me, I'm open for that. 1 hour, it's 1 hour consultation. And what we do, I literally go through the process with you, empty out everything that is on your brain on a piece of paper, sift through it, and help you to create, select your passion, create, and use your passion to turn into your legacy or your profit. So you can look through some of the information that I have on my Instagram page and on my website as well, and you'll find it as well as my books are available. Your success is 3 questions away. The 3 questions that you need to ask in order to become successful: what is your why, what is your when, and how is it that you're going to get it done? Your why, your when, and your how, as well as She's Evolutionary, which is literally designed for women and empowerment of women through poetic form and personal development. So guys, I just want to thank you guys for being here, listening to our journey, and I hope you identify the stories that I've set, manifest, and execute. We are living proof of once you select something, once you go after it, and once you execute on it, success will come, as well as the power of mentorship, as you see Krystal here, and the relationship and the dynamics that you should look forward to once you're selecting a mentorship or once you're becoming a part of a team. So thank you, Krystal, again, and I'll be saving this live so persons can actually go back and look at it again. So thank you guys again. Thank you, Krystal, again, for joining me. I really appreciate it. Until next time.
Our pleasure. It was our pleasure being here with you. Say thanks for having me.
Bye, Tia. Thank you, guys. All right, bye.
I want you to.
Yeah, y'all, that was Krystal Tomlinson. This was very inspiring. very inspiring, like, and surprising, because this is living proof. This is a mentor, Krystal Tomlinson. This is someone Krystal Tomlinson had mentor, right? And she's very grateful for all the knowledge and strive they have made, and you know the journey and the success, because now they have two books that they have released, which is great, because when you release a novel, you're an author, and author is the first word of authority. So that's power right there. Okay? I suggest everyone try to write a novel and put it out in the world. Make sure y'all subscribe to Insta Spy. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Live Catcher. Make sure y'all subscribe to me, Congo B, Congo space BEE on YouTube. Go check out my music.